It is now exactly 6 o'clock. Good evening, everybody. By now you know this is by the power of my mental capacity that I've been in it. And so glad to have you all on board here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, friends. And so glad and excited to have you on board here and all the familiar faces, everybody here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so grateful to have you here tonight. If you are tuning in here tonight, it means last week's session was more or less okay for you, well worth to be here back again tonight. So yes, everybody is so glad to see everybody, all the familiar names, faces here. So yes, we're going to have an awesome time tonight. You know, I've got a jam-packed session for everybody here. I've got a few announcements to make. There's a few interesting developments, as I've told you a couple of weeks ago. And tonight I'm going to make a few interesting announcements, and maybe it will benefit you a lot. But more about that later. I would like to see more people coming on board and just being comfortable here. And I hope you've got a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you want to drink. You have it right with you, because the next hour we're going to have an awesome time here together tonight. So that's it. How was your week? Comment below. How was your week? Your highlights? Any breakthroughs? Did you perhaps apply some of the stuff that I've been sharing with you over the couple of weeks, and you've started to see some breakthroughs? If so, please share with us here below, and I would like to hear. Because the whole idea here is for you not just to have a good entertaining time, but also to learn and then be able to apply it. And this is why we are here, not just to have a good time, okay? So that's the whole idea of you growing in your own mental capacity to handle situations and the coming curveballs, the blind spots, all of those things more effectively, to be more resilient. So that's what we are doing on a Sunday evening. And besides that, I'm having a ball of a time. I'm acting on my highest excitement by being here with you on a Sunday evening. And I believe you as well are here on a Sunday evening, because this is exciting for you to be here. We can learn in a fun way. So please comment. How are you doing? How was your week? Your ups and your downs, and also how did you handle your downs, your disappointments, those kind of unexpected situations that came along your way. So let's see. You know by now, every Sunday evening, 6 o'clock, it's a time to reflect, relax, sit back, and as you relax and reflect, you get the opportunity just to reset yourself and to prepare and position yourself for the coming week. That's the whole idea. Put a big boundary up, because I'm an eternal present being deal for because I'm a people pleaser here. That's just, you are learning and you are pushing it. Go for it. When you are willing to change, when you become a candidate for change because you realize the old way of being a people pleaser is not serving you any longer, why hold on to these limiting beliefs? And here tonight, with no exception, we're going to look at how you can dispose of it, the junk. You don't want to keep the rubbish bin too long in the kitchen. You want to just get rid of it. Okay? Just get rid of the stuff that do not serve you anymore. And I see there's a few people that have joined, so for your sake, I also just need to welcome you officially. Righto, there's the sound of the bell announcing the season of tonight, or we are busy with season 1, I think episode 12 tonight that we are doing. I don't know what season 2 will mean about, but so far we are doing season 1, episode 12 tonight, and you can go just to the Ancient Masters what you call it, the video channel, and there you will find all our interesting videos there on the YouTube channel. You can also go there to our online shop for all the interesting books that's available there, the 5 wonderful, amazing workbooks that you can purchase there online. And if you are interested to join the podcast series, where I just sometimes feel, hey, the energy is coming, and then I just need to grab my mic and say, speak some words of wisdom. You know, it's not only John Lennon speaking words of wisdom, we can also do it, you know. So that's the whole idea of you can subscribe there to our YouTube channel. You can also there play around there on my website there and look at all the wonderful, amazing resources available there. And the monthly subscription there for the paid subscription is 89 Rand a month, and you can unsubscribe at any time when you feel you don't want to hear my voice anymore. I won't take it personal, because the time when you unsubscribe means you've learned so much. You are ready to move on, and then I will be grateful for that as well. But I'm so glad that you all are here, all the familiar faces and the new ones. Oh, I love all my special people here. I love you all. I love you all. You are so amazing. And what makes it so special here, I know basically most of you. And so based on your stories, it gives me such a lot of information to prepare for tonight and to add some value here. Not because I'm going to gossip about you. That's not my whole intention. But I think your stories, your struggles give me a lot of a head start, information to help you to pick up trends during the week. What are your challenges? And that's what we're going to work on. Okay. Great to have you all on board. So many of you, I can't mention your names, because if I'm going to mention one, I'm going to be unfair towards the others. You will say, Joe, why are you ignoring me? So if you write something there, I will also then perhaps, if my eye catches it here on the sideline, I will then also respond to it. So hello, everybody here. So glad to hear. It's still afternoon. Yes, sorry. It's raining, although it's not sun shining anymore. It's still afternoon. Yeah. Good evening, goodness. Yeah. Where am I? Right. So, yes, I'm very happy. I think most of us are here on board. So let me just make a few announcements. First of all, one of our members on our group, Nelius, maybe you know Nelius, he's also on our group. He's a very interesting businessman, and he said, why can't we have a mindfulness weekend retreat for couples? So he has booked for a weekend, the weekend after Easter, or before Easter, the 11th to the 13th of April. We're going to have a couples retreat in somewhere there in the Bushveld. After this session tonight, I will post some details there for couples. We have only space for 20 couples. 20 couples. So the first 20 couples who will say they want to come with me, being the speaker for the weekend, we're going to do a bit of meditation, and we're going to do some interesting stuff there to practice mindfulness in a serene environment. How's that? I'm looking forward to it. I think I also need a bit of a tan there, so I'm also going to just be mindful about that. So, but more about that, I will just post that after tonight's session. Then the next thing, maybe you've heard of it. I've started with a online coaching and mentoring program. So more about that you can also find out if you want to subscribe to the online mentoring and coaching program. If you are interested to go into the field of life coaching and learn how to mentor people, then you are welcome to subscribe to that program, that 8-module program. It's a 6-month program, and more details will follow this week, because I'm excited about that idea. You see, I'm moving, and thanks to this group, I get a lot of stuff coming from you guys and ladies here. And this is why I'm going to have a retreat. In fact, I'm going to have many retreats within the next year. All over South Africa, we plan to have some retreats over weekends. Wherever I find a nice place, we will fly down there and have a weekend retreat there, and just have fun, whether by the sea, the bushveld, by the river, the mountain, somewhere in the sky, wherever it is. We will have lots of retreats, weekend retreats. That's also what I have in store for you. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happening, but let's get to the real thing here tonight, why you are here. Right. So what can you expect for tonight? Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, the jingle. Oops, that's too loud. Right, so that's the next announcement for the next topic that we're going to focus on tonight, namely own your self-responsibility. The 5 laws of radical self-responsibility. Sorry, not self-responsibility. Not, listen, you have to take responsibility for your life. Hey, I'm moving the needle tonight. I'm pushing the envelope towards radical self-responsibility. And that's what I'm going to help you tonight. To move yourself, to reposition yourself tonight, to become familiar with the 5 laws of radical self-responsibility. And as usual, what do I do on a Sunday evening after announcing the topic? By now you should know, giving you the tagline. Breaking free from limitations and stepping into your full potential, not your quarter of or your semi of, whatever, your full potential that you can step into to become your true authentic self. That's what we're going to do tonight. Right. Are you tuned into the right channel? Is this what you are in here for now, tonight? If that's the case. Right. Just fasten the seatbelt, because I want to warn you tonight. There will be a few challenges here, but don't ever think I'm judging you. I'm pushing you because I care about you. I'm pushing you because I'm pushing myself. I'm not satisfied with the version of yesterday. I'm growing in capacity. And that's what we are doing here. And I'm going to not hold back anything here tonight, because I want to help you to get out of this cocoon that we are trapped in. Listen, watch here. The 5 fundamental principles that embody radical self-responsibility. How can you go for that one? You see, we are the sole creators of our experience. Are you getting it? Whether you're liking it or not. And taking full ownership of our thoughts, our emotions, and actions is the key to transformation. Don't let anyone tell you, I can't help the way I think, can't help the way I feel. You can. There are these keys. So far you're here, I'm repeating a lot of things over the past 11th, 12th episode tonight, because it's a formula. I'm teaching you a formula. It's a formula. And the formula consists of many laws. And these laws are principles, guiding fundamental principles that will help you to move forward. You see, this is the problem, because many people are unknowingly trapped in limiting beliefs. Because the beliefs that they thought yesterday, they're going to think today again. Remember I said last week, 90% of the thoughts that people think yesterday, they are thinking today, and 90% of the thoughts they are thinking today, they will be thinking tomorrow. Therefore, most people don't change. And what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to show you opposite perspectives. And from the opposite, the negative, you're going to learn to see the positive. The whole time we're going to compare it, so you can open the door to profound transformation. Because sometimes it seems the principles I'm sharing with many of you is so new, and it's so challenging, it may feel almost so overwhelming. So I need to give you the whole time some examples, so you can see what Jath is talking about, what's cooking here, okay? Right. So, right, Mari, I'm doing it. I know you're doing it. And that's one evening, I think you must lead us here by, because you are leading by example. I know what you are pushing yourself. You're not stopping it anyway. I'm so proud of you, really, really. And this is so great when our people get the principles and they start to apply it, and these breakthroughs in their life. So Mari, keep yourself ready. One evening you will be behind the microphone. Maybe I will be there fly down to the beach to have a live broadcast there and the beachfront to do the next show. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So, right, I will just book my plane ticket for that one. Then we will have a nice one. I think we need to move also forward towards the point of interviews, live interviews, and some talk show. I like talk shows, yeah. Oh my goodness. However, when we are trapped in these limiting beliefs that's holding us back, and we are then in this terrible past future scenario, as I always say, the future then is just a manifestation of the past, the predictable future. Tomorrow will just be as boring as yesterday, because my pains of yesterday is transferred to tomorrow. And tomorrow's triggers is a result of the past unresolved issues. And when will it end? For goodness sake, can't it stop? Eh? Good news. Of course it can. That's why we are here tonight. Right, so that's what we're going to focus on here tonight, to break this pattern, this predictable future. And the only moment, remember, the key to break this predictable future is to understand that the only moment that truly exists is now. Here, now at 16 minutes past 6. And when you and I anchor ourselves in the present, we regain clarity, step out of survival mode, and then you have access, a state of flow. This is where you're now at. In the moment, in the state of the present, you have stepped now out of survival mode. This is how we break it, by understanding how powerful it is when you stay in the present moment and bringing your attention back to the present moment. See, the overwhelm isn't caused by too much happening in your life. Don't buy into that nonsense. It's caused by being too disconnected from our center. There is no such a thing as things are getting too much for me. It's not the things. It's by me being caused, being too disconnected from my center being. So you can hear what I'm saying tonight. It's time for us to take responsibility, to ground ourselves into the present moment, because that's where all the miracles is happening, right under your nose. So many times I see people, they're asking me, Jeff, what must I do? Where's the answer with the solution? What must I do? So, oh, hang on. Let's take a deep breath. The answer is right in front of you, not way out there 10 miles away from you. Okay, let's start with the first principle tonight that you need to understand in order to take full responsibility. I'm going to introduce to you now law number 1. Right, by now I know your seat backs are fastened, and so we can move into law number 1 and check it out. Law number 1 says that you are the creator of your reality. From a spiritual point of view, we are the co-creators. Look at the stuff in italics I put there. That's the wrong stuff. When people believe life is happening to them instead of through them, they blame others, they blame their circumstances, they blame fate, and then they are trapped in the past. This in return strips them of their power and reinforces cycles of frustration and stagnation. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell? I'm not going to grab my bell now, but you see, you get it. When we believe life is happening to us instead of happening through us, we are the creators of our reality. It's not circumstances that's dictating you, it's you. But the problem is our beliefs. You see, our beliefs, our thoughts, those 80,000 plus thoughts that we think every day in a conscious and a subconscious way, along with the associated emotions, shape the experiences you attract. Your belief system is your attraction system, is your magnetic force. And I always say, and I want to repeat it again tonight because many people don't understand it, because there isn't just one version of reality. In this moment, you can have millions of realities if you change your mind, if you shift your energy, if you shift your state of being, because you are continuously shifting between infinite parallel realities based on your frequency. And tonight, this is where I prefer to be. I don't want to watch any other movies. I don't want to spend time with anyone else. Those realities exist there, but my choice is here to be with you guys and ladies. And because of this understanding, we can say external circumstances don't define you anymore. Your responses to them does. And this is where we need to understand, to be the creator of our reality, we need to understand our responses is the way how we create our reality. And the responses in return is a reflection from what we think and what we feel. That's the energy field that we radiate. And by taking responsibility means acknowledging that life, that your life is a mere reflection of your internal state. Hey, there's a tough one. Listen, your environment and what's happening in your life is a reflection, it's a manifestation of your internal state. Now, in other words, in consequence of this concept, instead of trying to change the external world, change how you feel and what you expect. That's what we're working on here tonight. Okay, are you with me here tonight? So this is cool stuff that we are talking about, that you are the creator of your reality. And the pen is in your hand, the brush is in your hand, the words are in your mouth to speak it, the mind is there to use and to apply. It's a scary thing. I said to my friends last week, I'm going to start to have a mindfulness retreat. And then just yesterday, Niels came to me and said, Jeff, we must have a mindfulness retreat for couples. I said, yes, confirmation. I think it, I speak it, and I get it. You come to a point where you realize your words can become law. There's power in your words, the power of intention. Okay, so that's the first one that I want to share with you tonight. Be careful what you think and what you speak, because you create your reality. The more you speak nonsense, not nonsense, nonsense from your mouth, your life starts making nonsense. And our environment is then basically a reflection from our inner environment. It's not the other way around. Okay, now that's law number one. Law number two, ladies and gentlemen, here it comes. Da-da-da-da. Ching ching. Your state of being determines your experience. You know it. When you're in the bad place, okay, the suffering is intense. Here comes the negative statement, the opposite perspective. Many people dwell on the past with regret, or they project fear into the future, believing happiness or success exists somewhere else, somewhere there in the sky, when we die in the sweet by and by. Maybe one day I will be happy. We put it out there and it never comes, it never happens. Because we either stuck in the past with regret or project the fear into the future. And this mindset disconnects us from the power of the present moment. We miss it because the answer and the solution, the breakthrough is right in the moment. That's where the answer and solutions come. And again, I repeat it, I'm going to drill it in tonight. Reality doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. You are the manifester. You've been created to be like that. And I want you to start in small ways to practice this concept. Don't start with the big stuff if you are struggling with it. Start with the small things to realize I can bend my reality because it's happening through me. Right now it's busy happening. I'm doing it now. And what you are doing there in your home environment, you are manifesting this. And this is the stuff. This is the stuff. I'm so glad Oh, everybody tonight, the new faces. Oh, we've got people from government here tonight. I'm so glad. Welcome, welcome, people from our government here. I'm so happy to. I'm not going to mention names here, but you are so welcome, everybody here tonight. We are growing in numbers. Right? Do you get it? Your state of being determines your experience. And if your state of being is not the preferential state that you want to be, come on. Then we need to take responsibility for and say, I need to do something about it. I need to get some help, perhaps. Someone needs to help me to challenge this way of waking up every morning in this terrible state, negative state, and someone needs to help me with that. Okay, so the frequency you embody. Remember when I speak about frequency is about your emotions, your feelings, your intentions, what you are thinking and you're feeling. That's manifested then in your frequency, ladies and gentlemen. And that frequency that you embody turns into energy, and it attracts matching experiences. When you act out of pain and you're looking for a partner, you're going to find a painful partner for you. So it goes on. What I radiate, I attract towards myself. We've seen it with codependency, how many women, for instance, who come from an alcoholic home, marries an alcoholic husband because they don't understand this concept. This is the frequency that they radiate through their pain, and their pain attracts more pain. Success breeds success, pain breeds pain. When you know what, when the stuff happens, when the pawpaw hits the fan, I'm not going to swear here because this is a channel here and I may be scrutinized here, but so this is the whole idea, that you need to become aware of your frequency that you are radiate from the morning when you wake up. What is it that you shine out, that energy that you radiate, that's tangible to other people? And this is why we keep on saying in all of our episodes, shifting your state of being before external change happens is key here. Before I can see a shift in my environment, I need to change from within. And it's a very simple concept here. Many of you know I've got a background in call center training. And so what happens in a call center training, before we can see the call center agents making the sale, they need to have a shift here in the mindset. They need to manifest it first here in the mind. And once they start to manifest it in the mind and they believe in themselves and they can envision their success, it starts to happen. But the moment when they take up that phone and they start with a negative attitude, like let's see and hope for the best, it's not going to happen. They don't meet target by Friday afternoon. And this is so crucial to be aware of your energy that you are radiating the whole time. Are you getting it here tonight? So that's law number 2, that you're gonna. I'm teaching you tonight to shift your state of being before your external change can happen. And then joy and abundance will arise from within, not after you won the deal or got to the new job or the promotion. You start experiencing the joy and abundance and gratitude in advance. Like when we pray over our food for what we are about to receive, we are truly grateful for. You're not grateful when after you ate your food, you show gratitude before. Gratitude is paving the way for your change because it shifts your perspective. Gratitude is the magnetic force that brings the future into the present moment, that attracts to tomorrow to here, so that you can get your breakthrough. But being ungrateful, everything will just go against you. Moan and groan and complain and feel negative and complain. That's what we attract, and then it comes in tens and thousands. And it's because of this mind programming, the predictable future reality that many people are trapped in. Hello? And this is what we are working in this broadcast here every Sunday evening at 6 to remind you of becoming constantly the whole time aware of how your limiting thoughts, your belief system, the clusters of beliefs, hundreds and hundreds of them, and most of them are in the subconscious domain. We're not even aware of it. And as we have these broadcasts, what happens? They keep on popping up. And the moment when they pop up, you become aware of it and you can deal with it. And what remains in the subconscious will still exert its negative impact on us until it becomes conscious, the awareness. And that's why I put the present in the middle, because the moment when you connect yourself to the present moment, you can say, hey, wait a minute here, what's going on here? You observe yourself and you see, but you are trapped in this predictable loop between past and future. Hey, it sucks. Goodness. That's not the idea. That's not the ideal that we want to have. Okay, right, does it make sense that law number 2 was your state of being determines your experience, and we can change it. It is possible. We can change it. Yes, Mari, you're going to have the greatest and the biggest salon in your town, and it's so beautiful, the pictures on Facebook and the stuff that you've shared with me. It's growing in capacity, and congratulations on your new employee that you got. I think you've got a hairdresser there also now. Wow, in a year ago, nobody in this group would ever imagine you were unemployed, you were hopeless, and I know you had, at that point, you were desperate, but deep inside of you, that was that dream. I want to break through out of it, because there's something inside of you that says, I'm not satisfied with the status quo. And this is how it works. You change your state of being before you change your environment. And your change of being, your state of being that changes, will determine our experience. Law number 3. Law number 3 is this one. Everything has a purpose and it serves you. Doesn't matter. Your divorce, that breakup, trauma, anything, you can look at it and say, this situation that I've been through, my darkest night, I'm going to use that as an experience to shape me, to improve me. And this is why I've started the life coaching and the mentorship program, because you can use your pain point as a story. Your pain qualifies you to become a life coach, as a public speaker, to write a book. Use it, revert it, change it around, use it as a catalyst. Your story needs to be heard. Okay, and if you're interested, speak to me. Go to the mindfulness, mindful moments Facebook. There's the link there. If you want to join the program, yes, it's already available. You see, let's start with the negative statement. People struggle with feeling like they don't matter, that their existence is a mistake. They should have never had married that individual. They should have never chosen that job, or that they have no purpose. Then they live with regrets. But I want to assure you tonight, everybody here, despite of what you have been through, there's purpose in pain, there's purpose in suffering. And if you understand this, regardless of what you've been through, if you are willing to shift your focus, to look at your pain points, to look at your disappointments, to look at your failures, and to see, but this is actually shaping you for the bigger cause. Okay? Everything, not something, not everything has the potential. Everything has a purpose. And it's for you to search for it and to find the nuggets of gold inside. Let's go to the negative one. People struggle with feeling that they don't matter and that the existence is a mistake, as I said. And they have no purpose then. And then they live with this regret. You get it? There's no accidents. There's incidents. Everything can be turned around to a purposeful event in your life. Doesn't matter what you've been through. Everything can be changed around. Every event, regardless of whether you like it or not. That's not the point. It's meaningful and aligns with your growth. Goodness, if you've told me that 20 years ago, I would leave this group right now, you're talking a lot of nonsense. You don't know my story. That's what people many times say to me. Challenges that you are going through is not punishments. Some people say, God is punishing me, God has left me, God has deserted me. No, it's actually the opposite. You see, but these challenges that you are having, they are opportunities to expand your conscious, your awareness. Doesn't it make sense? And victimhood dissolves, it's getting destroyed when you see life as a co-creative dance between you and God rather than a series of obstacles. These challenges that you are facing right now this week, it's not there to really grind you. It's not there to destroy you. Your situation that you are now in is not there to destroy you. It's to teach you that you're going to have to take responsibility and look from it from the angle that I'm trying to share with you tonight, and you can change it. Goodness, they're not punishments. Your condition is not a punishment. It's an opportunity to learn from it, to grow from it. Not necessarily to grow out of it, but to grow from it. Part of radical acceptance. Now, that's where I say victimhood dissolves, it disappears when you see life as a co-creative dance rather than a series of obstacles, right? Because you need to buy into the concept tonight, law number 3, that everything in your life has a purpose and it serves a purpose, and you need to change and shift your perspective to understand and embrace this reality. And if you can't see it yet, you're going to have to search deeper. You're going to search deep, until you get it to understand, why have I been through my divorce? Why did I fail? Why was this illness, sickness brought upon my way? Is there any purpose in this suffering? Why? For me, why did I have to attend a special needs school? Why was I bullied? Why was I kicked out from that jail course? Why? Didn't I make that course? Why was the acceptor there? Why was I not? Why did my child do that and that? All those kind of things that we have been through, and what happens? We get stuck in the past with the why, my Lord? What have I ever done? Those kind of mindset. Okay, so that's the whole idea. I don't like that song, by the way, because it's directly against the value of stop asking, what have I ever done? Goodness, that's a victim mentality to think like that. Okay, so nothing against country songs. There are beautiful country songs that will align with our principles, but not that one, not the why, my Lord. Stop asking that, the why. The why is not going to give you any answers, by the way. It's going to create more confusion, more resentment, more bitterness, more keeping you in the past, stuck in the past, and tomorrow will be then exactly the same as yesterday. Just accept. It is what it is, but go beyond acceptance and ask yourself, what's the bigger purpose here? How can I use and shape my experiences, what I've been through, for a bigger cause? That's where wisdom comes in. It dawns upon us, and our eyes open. When your eyes open, you say, thank you for what I've been through. I'm a better person now. I've grown. Law number 4. Are you ready? Okay, maybe before we just go to war, I just want to check here with you. Hello, are you still with me? Am I pushing it too fast? Are you with me? Because I'm only starting now. You see what I'm doing? There's no judgment in it. No judgment in it. And I want you just to become aware of it, that when you love yourself, when you operate in the domain of love, there's no other option when you operate in the domain of love to work with the acceptance of radical responsibility. Now, from the DBT perspective, we talk about the radical acceptance, but those of you who've been through the DBT program, you've heard of radical acceptance. But hello, have you heard of the term radical self-responsibility? If not, something that I spoke about tonight for the first time, and there's always opportunities for something new, eh? So that's it. Shall we go after this short breather? This was our ad break, by the way. Let me just give you a nice ad break here tonight. And Ding, ding. It's a jingle, eh? Jingle, jingle all the way. Okay, that's not Christmas. Okay, let's move on. That was our jingle. Now we can move on to law number 4. Are you all awake? Okay, good to have you all on board here tonight. Law number 4. Yes, you always have the power to choose. Are you getting it? You always have the power to choose. Many, here comes the negative statement, many fear change. They cling on to old identities. Oh, I used to be that, old way. The old relationships, the patterns of yesterday, even when they cause suffering. Think about your situation, the examples in your life. And this kind of mindset leads to codependency, stagnation, and the illusion that security comes from external control rather than inner alignment. That's why people stay miserable in a job that they hate, because they wait for retirement, for instance, and then they say, I will one day do what I want to do. I will divorce this person who's abusing me once the children are out of school, only then I will move. Hey, that kind of thing. They put their happiness into the future. And many of you tonight, you did the brave thing to walk out, to step out into the domain of the unknown, but it was a brave step of faith. And there's no regrets after you doing it. Now, remember, last week we spoke about you are never truly stuck. Stuck is an illusion. You know what? Why it's illusion? You're not stuck, you're only repeating the familiar choices. The predictable future, or the loop between yesterday and tomorrow. Yep. It's not stuck, you're repeating something. The whole universe is always in motion. In this case, you are in motion in the same motion the whole time, repeating it. Yes. The power to shift your timeline exists in every moment. You see, every second you and I are choosing a new trajectory based on our thoughts, emotions, and actions. For instance, after tonight, if you're going to listen very carefully of what happened tonight, you're going to say, oh, Jeff spoke a lot of stuff here tonight. Maybe I must change in that and that and that area. Hello, what's happening there? You are choosing a new trajectory, a new route. That's the whole idea. Because there's insight. Your thoughts and emotions are changing because you've got a new perspective. Okay. But if you remain in the same, you maintain the same beliefs and emotions of yesterday, you will stay on the same predictable timeline. And that is why many people get sick, because they stay in the same old story. SOS, same old story. And taking responsibility means recognizing that your next choice determines your future. Tonight, the choices that you're going to make from this session that I'm having here with you, ladies and gentlemen, the choices that you're making now will determine the outcome of tomorrow. As simple as that. What choices, what brave choices do you have to take tonight that will determine tomorrow and your future? That CV that you need to prepare, that relationship issue that you need to resolve, that signature that you need to sign for your will, or that business deal, or that policy that you need to take out. Whatever choice you're going to have to make is to take responsibility now, recognizing that this choice determines tomorrow. So I want you to think about what choice now you're going to have to make. Start with small things. If you're not familiar with this concept tonight, start with small things and realize in the present moment, when you make a choice now and you commit yourself for executing it then tomorrow, because it's Sunday evening, you make this decision tonight, and if you can't execute it tonight, you say to yourself, tomorrow, 8 o'clock, I will do it. That's how it is. Now, more information before we move on to law number 5 is that stuck, as I said, is just a state of illusion. You're not really stuck. No one is ever really stuck. They are just simply choosing on a conscious or on a subconscious level the same beliefs, the same thoughts, the same actions repeatedly, which generates the same experience. That's stuck. It's the way we think. Feeling stuck, therefore, is a sign that we are resisting change. You are resisting change in your life. Your eyes are not opening. You want to live in the past, the old way. You're holding on to outdated definitions of yourself. You're supposed to move on by now. The outdated definition of yourself has already long time ago expired, but you're still holding on to it. Or you fear the unknown. Rather with the devil you know than the devil you don't know. And when you fear the unknown, you will stay in that loop. Okay, so that's the 3 reasons why we remain stuck in that state of illusion. Okay, that's the whole idea. Are you getting it, ladies and gentlemen, my good friends here tonight? I love this stuff here. And the more I teach this to people, I see the people are getting it, and there's something inside of you stirring and changing, and it's inevitable that you will see change in your circumstances. It must be. Before you can bend your circumstances, you must first bend your mind. Okay? Law number 5. Law number 5, here we come. Follow your highest excitement with integrity. And by now, all of these 11th, 12th episode tonight, I have spoken about following your highest excitement with integrity, and still many of you need to get this. You see, people often feel not good enough and believe they need to be different to fix themselves before they can be worthy. Before I can be a good partner, I must be a different person. Man, just manifest it. You see, this leads to perfectionism, chronic guilt, and belief that life is random rather than divinely orchestrated. And how you break this curse that we bring upon ourselves of feeling not good enough and belief, putting unnecessary change, pressure on ourselves and judge ourselves. The simple answer here tonight is follow your highest excitement in every given moment, at every given place and time, and you follow your highest excitement now. Excitement is your inner compass, that GPS guiding you towards your alignment. And the more you act on your inner excitement, you're going to experience joy. Depression, anxiety will start to slowly fade away the more you step into your highest excitement, identifying it, and then your choices that you make daily must align with it. For instance, if you say to yourself, I really want to work in that environment, I think I need to move because that idea excites me, and then the choices follow. That's how we change it. Follow your highest excitement. Don't postpone it. Do it. How many young people I meet who are unsure about their future choices, career choices, because their parents want to tell them, study law, study accounting, studying that and that, engineering. But the child says, I want to be a singer, I want to be an artist, for instance. That's their highest excitement. Now they studied by force, and they resent their parents 10 years later, deeply depressed, because the opportunity to pursue your highest excitement was denied. But you know what? Integrity is a concept that I just want to connect with highest excitement. It means you acting with awareness. You are so aware what truly excites you. And then along with this excitement comes responsibility, because we're not acting on our lowest excitement, on our lowest selfish lust excitement, our higher mind, our higher conscious, without any manipulation. It goes and grows spontaneously. Because when you take full ownership of your path through your highest excitement, it's so simple. Synchronicity unfolds. Let me explain. Synchronicity unfolds when you follow your highest Excitement. You are excited about something, about someone, and you put your mind to it. So what starts to happen? Things start falling in place. The excitement is your GPS compass. It's that little voice inside of you that says, move forward. Not your lowest excitement, which is based on selfish greed. But your lower self, your lower mind, your higher self. The highest excitement is going to do with your calling, that gives you joy, that gives you satisfaction, that gives you a reason to wake up in every morning. You follow your highest excitement and you align yourself with that. And when you do that, synchronicity starts to happen. The divine coincidences starts happening. The luck, the so-called luck, starts to align up with yourself. When we're out of alignment with ourselves by not following our highest excitement, what happens? You feel everything is going against you. You have the delusional idea that circumstances are against you. You feel overwhelmed because you're out of alignment with your true, authentic self. So it's a very simple, childlike thing that's what we know when children. When I ask people, what was your first idea in your mind when you were a little kid, what you want to be? And very often people say, what I'm doing today is what I saw myself as a child playing it in child play. Because that's your first impulse, that excitement. What really, truly, naturally excites you. And it's not too late for us if you are out of alignment with that. You're doing things that you don't like. You wake up every morning following a routine, following a lifestyle that's not in alignment with your true authentic self. So what happens? You are unhappy. It brings down depression, suppress you, press you down. Highest excitement, it's like a flower opening up. And that's where you can bring change in your life. Okay, that's the highest excitement. I hope you're getting it tonight. So, yep, are you getting it? Follow your highest excitement. When you take full ownership of your path, synchronicity unfolds effortlessly. Yeah. And next week, in order to push it further, I'm going to help you to understand the difference between the physical mind and the higher mind as two distinct aspects of your consciousness that work together to create your reality. So we're going to look at that concept next week. But I want to end you tonight. I think I can push you further. Are you ready for it? Let's see. I've spoken with you tonight about the 5 laws of radical self-responsibility. But some of you may say, Jeff, this is too much. This is really too much. Where are you currently at the point of radical self-responsibility? I want to show you. And the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to show you a diagram where you can look at the 5 levels of radical self-responsibility. You get the 5 laws of radical self-responsibility, but you can also grow into it. And here it comes. We start with the concept of the 5 degrees in terms of, here we are. Before you can start with the 5 levels, we exist in the state of lacking self-awareness. This means you're blaming your circumstances, you're living in the past, you've been triggered left, right, and center, you live with resentment and bitterness and anger about the past. So the past is your ex, whatever it is, it's still having rent-free space in your mind. And what happens then? You are still operating in a state of ignorance, lacking self-awareness. And what then happens when you have such an evening like this tonight? So what happens? You move to the awakening. So here you begin to realize that life isn't just happening to you. You are playing a role in shaping your reality. And you become to recognize your limiting beliefs, how it's influencing your experiences and the patterns that you see in your life and how they reflect your mindset, and that you need to shift from blame to curiosity about your role in events, to explore new ways of thinking, and to accept that you realize, I have to take responsibility into getting better. And you start questioning your old, outdated conditioning, limiting beliefs. So that's what's happening. That's what we've been doing in this program. But some of you, you have moved already to level 2, the alignment. Here you're owning your frequency, and you're moving from recognizing your role to actively shifting your internal state. You're working on yourself, and you understand that your inner state is attracting your reality. You learn to regulate your emotions. You choose higher frequencies, and you start replacing fear-based thoughts with conscious, empowering beliefs. So that's alignment. Slowly, you're aligning, and you begin talking, or taking rather, daily your responsibilities for your emotional and mental state. So that's the alignment where some of you are already at. Then some of you may be already in the integration phase. Now you stop resisting the difficulties and start seeing them as opportunities. You start feeling sorry for yourself, and you realize that every external situation is understood as a reflection of your inner beliefs. You no longer feel a victim of your circumstances. All your triggers become teachers rather than obstacles. You actively engage in reframing setbacks as growth opportunities. And now you stop reacting, you start taking responsibility from a place of awareness. And then, now you move up to level 4, the mastery. And what happens now? So at this stage, you fully step into the power of conscious creation. And you know that every moment holds infinite possibilities. You shift realities by aligning with the vibration that you prefer now. You use your challenges as amazing opportunities to refine your alignment. You move beyond effort and struggle to flow into synchronicity. And this is where synchronicity becomes your rhythm. Every day, every moment, stuff is happening because in synchronicity, because you believe in yourself, you believe in God, you believe in the process, you have already manifested, and you see the stuff is happening. And you move beyond effort and struggle. And now you're in the flow of synchronicity, and you trust in the divine timing and let go of attachment to outcomes and attachment to the past. Now the liberation is your full self-actualization, the embodiment of your higher self, where you experience life as a seamless reflection of your inner state. Doubt and fear and struggle dissolve because you trust the process. You just go with the flow. You effortlessly attract what aligns with your highest joy. Here you're operating already in your highest excitement, and you see the fruit of it because you embrace every experience as perfect. Doesn't matter what it is, because it's aligned with what it's supposed to serve for now, knowing it serves your expansion. And you live in full alignment in the present moment with yourself, where the true power exists in our lives. Does it make sense? And these are the 5 stages that we go through. And so if you look at yourself tonight and you say, I've got portions or parts of it in certain stages, I'm dipping my toes already in some of these stages, but I'm not fully there. It's fine. It's fine. As long as you tonight not in a state of ignorance, because then you haven't even been there in the process of change. The mere fact that you have tuned in means you are already at least in stage 1 of your experience. And it's a journey of growth, to embrace and to embody it and to take responsibility. And then as you see how it's working, you shift higher. You shift higher. This means that you're going to have to probably listen to this video a couple of times and to compare yourself with where you are now at, without any judgment, self-judgment, without any comparison, without any expectation of the outcome. Enjoy the present moment, make the best of now, manifest now through your thinking and your intentions, what you shine out and radiate out, and let the process take its route, and let's see what tomorrow holds, because you trust the process in the present moment. That's the joy of this whole journey. I hope it's making sense. Right? Oh, I love it. This is the stuff that I know is changing people. And this is what I love about tonight. So what I'm going to do next week, I'm going to show you how we can work with your lower mind and your higher mind, the two of them working together in cohesion with each other to push yourself effortlessly, gently, being there in the moment the whole time to get your results. Because you see, so far, seamlessly, effortlessly, all of the episodes are flowing into each other. That's why I put them in sequence on the YouTube channel. Okay. Dankie Raymond, dankie, met 100% sin. Ja, ek is so bly that I'm so glad tonight that you're getting it, and I'm so proud of you that I know so many of you have been through stuff and you are really pushing it. And what you are doing, like Maury, you're also influencing Wynand to eat differently, and he already sees the difference. As you say tonight, he's eating differently, and also no reason to take any insulin. But I first have to make the mind shift before I can see the manifestation in my life. Just want to go through, and yeah, the comments here. And yes, Marley, welcome you are, Marley. So glad to see you on board. Yeah, yes. And I'm glad that you listened tonight, because this is also, I believe, your challenge here to take responsibility for your experience, and you know exactly what your challenges are. But I know you're a fighter. You're a fighter. Hey, if you want to know a fighter, don't mess with Marley, okay? So yes, that's how it goes. Matumile, I'm so glad that you are also here tonight, and you push it. Don't give up on yourself, eh? So that's the awesome part of you. Nelius, yeah. Nelius is also online here. Please, I've mentioned earlier tonight about the couples breakaway weekend, the weekend before the April of the Easter weekend. So if you want to just join us, let's have fun for a weekend of retreat, mindfulness retreat for couples only, okay? Up couples, okay? So I will also post that event on our mindful moments. Chantel, so glad to see you also here tonight. So glad everybody here. Nolwazi, yes. Queen, Nadine, everybody. Sanet, yes. Ronel, Esther, ek het jou baie lank klas gesien. Ja. And so everybody, 𝘠𝑰𝑚𝑔𝑒𝑤𝑒, yes. You're my sweet 𝘠𝑰𝑚𝑔𝑒𝑤𝑒. Melissa, yes. Everybody here. Maureen, yes. Everybody. Karen, die kunstenaar. You must check her stuff. She's so talented. What a talented woman. Sandra, you're also making inroads. Trust everything is going well there at work here, and you're also living your highest excitement, and make the best of every moment. Shine in the moment, hey? This is the beauty. Mariana, Karen, Mariska, yeah, Desiree, can never forget you. Thank you so much for tuning in here tonight. Fiona, Johan, everybody here tonight who tuned in tonight. I hope that this session really helped you, and that please give us feedback afterwards, how you were implementing it and the breakthroughs that you get, but also that you will be also honest with yourself with what you are busy struggling with, what you are trying to get sorted out. But remember, if some of you say tonight, Jav, I'm still struggling with the old stuff, it's because you haven't shifted. It's not before your circumstances will change, you first need to change. And that's where the responsibility comes, the radical responsibility, and you absolutely being aware of where you are in the 5 degrees of the radical self-responsibility. Just another announcement. Remember that the Mindfulness Moments workbook, activity workbook, is available on my bookstore. And based on that workbook, inspired by that workbook, this support group was initiated. The activity workbook with all the DBT activities, fun DBT-based activities, mindfulness activities, and play. We are learning and we are growing. Apparently the book is also popular in some retirement villages here somewhere in Pretoria here. There are some of the elderly also. I think they like the block, the puzzles there and the word search stuff in there. So that's what you can do. You can just go there to my online shop, .theancientmaster.com. So I want to also just finally invite you, who of you are interested in the coaching, the online coaching program, the mentoring program of mine, and check on that. Check on the Mindful Moments Facebook group. If you want to be part of it, if you feel you've been called to make a change in other people's lives and you would like to coach and help others, and your story must be told to others out of your brokenness. You don't have to be perfect, but you have a story to tell others. The 8-module 6 months program, and under my mentorship, I will guide you right through every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. We will have our sessions, and you will have also access to the online platform with all the podcasts and the other videos there, plus the mentorship that I offer. So this is the stuff that's busy happening, and if you feel any suggestions about how we can grow, invite your friends, because some of you this week, I see what you did. You put suggestions in for some of your family, friends, and buddies, roomies, besties. Invite them. Let's grow this community. It consists of people who want to make a change in their life. Okay? This is why we are here for tonight. And I'm so glad the message is expanding, it's growing. Also, our community on the YouTube channels is also growing. And not everybody feels comfortable to be on Facebook. So that's why we have that system and that platform also available. But goodness, I just enjoyed tonight. I don't know about you. This was just a spectacular, fabulous evening here tonight. And so really in conclusion, so many times when you see in many shows, in many podcasts, many movies, the exit music is playing. So that's what I'm busy doing here, playing a bit of background music and say thank you tonight to everybody. I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for each and every one that tuned in here tonight. I don't take you for granted. I really appreciate you. With each and every one of you, I've had such an awesome times in the past few years. Maybe some of you I know longer than 10 years, and I love you all. I appreciate you. Thank you. And also thank you for you tuning in here tonight. And I'm looking forward to next Sunday evening, 6 o'clock. We will push the envelope even further. And remember, if you think that tonight was a bit too much for you, hang on. No judgment. No judgment, absolutely. I'm not pushing you beyond your limits. We are pushing the limit. That's different. And then you can raise the bar by yourself. We can only change to the degree that we have our awareness and our conscious to that level. We can change. We can never go beyond that. But I'm trying my best to push the limit with you so that we can raise our awareness to into the field of the quantum field of the unknown, the domain of all possibilities that we are together in. Oh yeah. The problem is it's now 10 minutes past 7 and I'm only charged up, but my commitment is supposed to be here for 1 hour. I've exceeded with joy 10 minutes. I broke the boundaries with purpose. No problem about that. Thank you so much. What I will do afterwards, I will read your comments and I will also then follow up with you and respond to everybody. I don't know what we'll do when the group grows up to 100 or 200 or 1,000 or 10,000, but By that time, you've been coached and mentored to help the others. That's the whole idea. Imagine in a year from now on that the whole lot of you will always also be mentors and moderators here and helping to grow this community and moderate all the chances and the scammers, and because that's what's going to happen. So that's the stuff. I'm excited. So any questions, please post below and or WhatsApp me any suggestions that you have for this group to push it further. Go for it. And hereafter, directly, I'm going to record the recorded event will be also posted then on the YouTube channel. Until then, thank you so much. This is Jeff, your host tonight, signing out until next Sunday at 6 o'clock. Take care, love you all, and God bless.